I don't duck shit. So this is what happened. His last purse was what it was, whatever y'all see it was or whatever. He wasn't a champion. He was being fed to a guy that they thought was gonna be a champion. The last guy purse was higher than his. That he was fault because my son was the B side.
190,000 to be exact.
Listen. So he conquered that. He's now a champion. Zeb, as you know, I'm not sure how it was back, whatever. But as you know, champions have minimums that they fight for. So as of this day, my son is going to make more than what you just said. He's gonna make significantly more than what you just said. His next fight guaranteed because he has fight minimums. So he's gonna make more than that his next fight. Where they offer.
Hold on. What we're asking is correct information. Is this correct information? What we're saying that $1.7 million was an offer that was sent over to you guys from Eddie Hearns. Is this correct?
I'm finna get. I got you, bro. Give me 2 seconds. I got you. I got you. All right. First of all, Eddie Hearn is a snake. Eddie Hearn twisted his words. 1.7 million was that was the last offer. We told him we needed 2.2, and I'm gonna tell you why we said 2.2. And that's why I said we wasn't far off. All right. So he started with $750,000. It's like absolutely fucking not. That's what he started with, right? They took forever. That's when
he's a businessman.
So he started with 750 at first. We thought, hell no, absolutely not. All right, cool. Took forever to come back. They came back with 1.5. We did the math on it with the woo, this and that. I'm gonna give y'all a breakdown in a minute. So I was like, when we did let me tell y'all the breakdown first so y'all understand and see where we going with this in the first. When you cross the street, you got to pay your promoter. So for us to fight on Eddie Hearn card, he automatically got to pay top rank 20 to 25%. You understand? So that's like $300,000 gone off top. Of course, he got his own expenses and everything else. Bottom line, fast forward to all the end of everything. At $1.7 million, after everything is done, I think my son take out $810,000, something like that. It's $800,000, right? So I said, that's not and not to mention that's before taxes. That's before his taxes. Not to mention, they gonna tax him on the complete amount, which is the 1.7 that he got off top.
We can't get around that, none of us.
So check this out. No, we can't get around that. And guess what? When you can't get around it, you gotta do what makes sense. That don't make sense. So watch this. Check me out. Here's my thought process. I need my son to come on I want him to come on with at least 2 million. I was like, all right. That sounds a little too positive. It's gonna sound like we pricing ourselves out. So I want my son to at least come on with 1. And I said with 1, I want him to be a millionaire after he spent a couple of dollars. So I want him to come on with 1.2. So that's where the 2.2 came from. And then he got to give $1 million for expenses. He'll go home and he'll still be a million. That's his first million. That's fine. Now, Zab, what you talking about the numbers? We ain't broke. We ain't hurt. My son live by himself. My son doing his thing. He got whatever the fuck he got going on. He ain't itching to buy no shit that costs $500,000. He ain't on that level yet. So anyway, would that be 23-year-old kid? With that being said, with his minimums right now, he can fight 3 times a year and make the same exact thing what they just said and be on comfortable grounds, be on his side of the street, not have to worry about paying 25%, not have to worry about that different tax bracket. It was a whole lot of thought into this. Right. So when people see 1.7, they're like, ooh, that's a lot of money. No, the fuck it's not. You got to look at what you're looking at. And them folks going to be at your ass for that 1.7. They won't tax on the 1.7 when you got to write this out, write that out. You got to go through all of that.
Okay, so
we didn't even.
So now let's talk boxing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying, with the skill level that Brian Norman possesses and an opportunity at fighting a fighter like Boots, where Boots lies at right now. Let's just say we take 1.7 and we fight Boots and we beat Boots. You don't think that then on the rematch,
through the roof,
probably get double? $4 million on the rematch.
Absolutely. But the reason I felt tried and the reason I know for a fact Eddie didn't want to make the fights because we gave him the off top. We got word of what he offered the other ones, and it was exactly what we wanted. For one, I think Stayonis wasn't. Stayonis was lower. Barrios, I think, was right there at it with what we wanted or whatever. So that means he was willing to pay that. I think that was Barrios' only offer or whatever, and he was willing to pay that. So if you're willing to pay that for the fight, and we telling you we'll take that, but you won't pay it to us, for why? We're going to get your man another belt. A belt is a belt. A unification bout is a unification bout. You do if he didn't want to fight Karen, if he truly didn't want to fight Karen, like he said, or he could have moved the venue. He could have moved it to Vegas. He could have moved it anywhere. So my only thing was, it was gonna be one or two things. It was either you gonna move the fight from behind enemy lines to put less pressure on my son, less things against him. We already fighting for your promotional company, so we're gonna have to deal with the judges. We're gonna have to deal with all the people you done bought. We got to deal with all the people you done paid off. Everything else. We already got to fight there, but now we got to deal with 15,000 booing people on the other side. When we just dealt with the same thing in San Diego. Nah. It's not worth it. Again, my son can fight in his home, on his own network, and his own thing 3 times a year, and not have to deal with them kind of taxes, not kind of deal with that different tax bracket, and make the same fucking thing comfortably. So again, it's gonna be one or two things. Either you're gonna move the venue, or you're gonna pay us what we want. Simple as that. And I do think my son can be boosting. I'm still standing on everything I said. I meant every word I said. It was principle.